Okay, we're talking about tolerance, and I'm not sure that tolerance is not the most important quality in athletics, because the greatest thing, and you can argue this, not with me, because I promise you, I have such a belief. There is nothing greater in the world than football. And I'll tell you why. Football is the perfect world. It is the only thing that's perfect. When you play football and your teammate sacks the other quarterback, you don't ever look and see if he's the same color you are. You don't look at his socioeconomic background. You don't look about his parents or if he was born illegitimately. Only thing you're ever judged on is performance. I absolutely loved football because I was raised in a very poor background. But the one place that I was totally equal to everyone was on a football field. You had a uniform. Everybody dressed alike. Everything you did was based on performance. You became tolerant. You became to respect people. Like one of my very best friends in the world was Donald Ray Burris, an African American, and we integrated my senior year in high school. Integrated, a new word to some of you. My senior year in high school, and Donald Ray Burris became one of, and is still one of the best friends I ever had, because I learned that performance was all that mattered. And he was an outstanding performer, and he was a great teammate. The second story in tolerance is from the Carlisle Indian Academy. The Carlisle Indian Academy was founded in 1879 under the authority of the United States government. It was the first federally funded off-reservation Indian boarding school. Now, this Carlisle school was really meant to make the Indians white. They took all the prestigious young men from these Indian reservations in Oklahoma and across the nation and took them to Carlisle Academy to get them to become more white. They wanted to get rid of the Indian culture, and they wanted to use these young people, the leaders of the Native Americans, to go back to their tribes and show them what it was like to be white. And so they brought them to Carlisle Indian Academy. And at the time, this was 1879, they had just begun football in the United States. And these young Native Americans go to Captain Pratt, that's in charge of the academy, and they say, we want to play football. We really want to play football. And Pratt tells them two conditions. If you'll take these two conditions and do these two conditions, I will find you a great coach and we will develop a great football program. And they said, okay. He said, number one, you can never swing back. What? You see, everybody in this country thinks you're a savage. They think all Indians are savages. So when you're out there playing football and somebody takes a cheap shot at you, or they punch you, or they kick you, or they hit you in an uncomfortable spot, you can never retaliate, ever. And you have to promise me that you'll do that. And they said, okay, we can do that. You're sure? We can do that. Well, over the years, it was amazing how these teams from the Ivy Leagues, the Yale, the Harvards, the people like that, cheated the academy. I mean, referees absolutely cheated them. The guys got cheap shot at all these things, but they never retaliated. They couldn't retaliate because the minute they retaliated, then the people would say, well, it's just like the Indians, they're savages. So they did it for their race. The second thing Pratt told them, he said, I'll do it if within 5 years you play for the national championship. Well, at that time, 1879, for a Native American to give his word meant everything. If he gave his word and didn't follow up with his word, then he was supposed to kill himself. I mean, actually die. So they went back and they thought about it. They came back and they said, we will try. And Pratt said, you cannot try. Try denotes failure. You either will do it or you won't do it. So they said, okay, we'll do it. Captain Pratt hired Pop Warner to coach the Carlisle Academy. Within 5 years, they played the United States Military Academy for the national championship. On that military academy, by the way, was Dwight Eisenhower, who played linebacker. They did not win that game, but they did do as they promised. Now that was tolerance. They became tolerant because they had to accept all the conditions that people laid down for them to be great.